Hi, good morning everyone. So today we will continue on chapter 1.2. So before that, okay, so today we will continue on disposal of waste, and this one is the second one, 1.2. So waste can be divided into two types. So number one is substance that can be disposed into the sink, and the second one is the substance that cannot be disposed into the sink. Okay, let's see what is the substance that can be disposed into the sink. Is usually is the substance or chemical with low concentration and non-hazardous substance. For example, we have a neutral substance such as water, distilled water, so that is a neutral substance, and weak acid, and also weak alkalis. Okay, the substance that cannot be disposed on the right side into the sink is the solid waste substance with pH value lower than 5 or more than 9. Okay, lower than 5 is acidic, and more than 9 is strong alkaline. And the third substance that cannot be disposed is the organic solvent chemicals. And and then we have chemical substance such as acid, grease, oil, and hydrogen peroxide. Also toxic substance, heavy metals, radioactive waste, volatile substance, and also reactive substance. So that is the substance that cannot be disposed into the sink. Okay, so how we manage biological waste material include biological waste that may cause harm or biological hazard. For example, we have waste, tissues, carcass, medium, cultural, plastic containers, glass, and glove. So there is a standard operating procedure SOP for disposal of biological waste material. So let's see, there is a various type of categories for type of biological waste. For example, we have categories A until D. So let's see category A first. So category A considered as a object with sharp surface. Okay, so we call it a sharp object. Example, we have syringe, needles, and scalpel blade. And for category B, so we have a non-sharp object such as glove, tissues, and medium culture. For category C, we have category C is a carcass and organs. An example is R, experimental animal, lab animal, and internal organ. And category D is a type of liquid such as blood and serum. Okay, so how we manage for category A, biological waste management. So category A is sharp object. So the first step is put in the sharp waste in the waste container, and this one we no need to use autoclave, and store in a safe place before disposal. For category B, the step is number one is wrap and put in the biohazard plastic bag, and step number 2 is autoclave and put in biomass bin. Okay, for category C, carcass and organ, so the first step for this one, we wrap in absorbent material such as tissues, and then we will pack this category C material neatly in the biohazard plastic bag and frozen before disposal. And for category D, liquid, so we decontaminate it by autoclave, and then after that we will disclose of directly into the sewage system such as a lab sink or toilet. So what is autoclave machine? So we see some of the category being managed by autoclave machine. So let's see what is autoclave. So an autoclave is an enclosed heating device used to sterilize material or equipment using hot high pressure steam between 1210 degrees Celsius, or so the degree is not here, and the pressure is around 15 psi for 20 minutes. So the pressure drop 15 psi on the autoclave is not intended to kill a microorganism, but to increase the temperature in the autoclave. So the high temperature is around 1200 degrees Celsius will kill the microorganism and their spore. So that is autoclave machine. So this one is a biohazard plastic bag and biohazard bin that we will use this one to manage the biological waste. Okay, so let's see the flow chart, SOP flow chart of biological waste disposal. So number 1, we perform waste isolation at the source correctly. So we will categorize the type of material waste. For example, category A will be stored temporarily in the safe place. Category B will we will put in the autoclave bag and will be autoclave. And category C, we will pack and store in the temporary freezer. And the waste after we categorize and will be decontaminated and put in the biomedical bag, and after that we will pack and label waste and we will place in the biomass bin and store safely, controlled or refrigerated. For example, the last category, okay, we will put in the refrigerator prior to centralized disposal. Okay, let's see what is the example of accident in the lab. Number 1 is exposed to the glass fragment. Also, number 2 is exposed to concentrated acid or alkalis. We move on to number 3, a small fire, exposed to fragment from reactive metal reaction. Okay, number 4, and then number 5, broke thermometer, and this one we will focus on mercury thermometer, gas leak, and also the last one will be electric shock. Okay, measurement to manage accident in the lab for chemical spill. So this is a flow you must follow if something happen in the lab. Okay, step number 1, you must notify the teacher or lab assistant immediately, and then we will make the spill area as a restricted area, and then number 3, we will prevent spill from the spreading using the sand. So by creating the divider, and then number 4, we will scoop the chemical using the safe material. After that, we will dispose the waste with a safe procedure. Okay. This one is measures to manage accident in lab for mercury spill. Okay, so step number 1, immediately inform the teacher or lab assistant. From there, we will make a spill area as a restricted area, and after that, step number 3, we will sprinkle sulfur powder, okay, to cover the spill, and then after that, we will contact the fire and rescue department in the first 1.1. so I'll show you already what will happen if the mercury spill in the school lab. Okay, so what is NIOSH? So NIOSH is a short form for National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health. So NIOSH is established on 1 June in 1992 as a limited company under the Ministry of Human Resources, Malaysia. So the aim for NIOSH is to be a center of excellence in occupational safety and health, and it is a Malaysian federal agency responsible for conducting research and making recommendations for the prevention of work-related injuries and illness. So I hope you understand chapter 1.2. So if you have any questions, you can ask after this in any media. So I will see you again for the next topic is on 1.3. So I hope you enjoy this lesson, and we will meet again. Bye bye.